Morning, everyone. I have to crouch down a little bit today because for some reason I'm lower than usual. I hope that you're all well. Happy Monday. I hope that you all had lovely weekends and you did something nice and fun and you sorry, I'm getting distracted. And yeah, you feel refreshed and happy and good for your Monday morning. I'm always really tired on a Monday. I'm sure most people are too. Just the difference in having to get up and blah, blah, blah. So today I've got a really easy, well, it's like a simple design that we're going to do. And then you can just take wherever you want, adding more or less. See, I think I've barely spoken today. My voice has gone all husky. Yeah, more or less kind of wacky or simple as you want. So any news from the weekend? Well, actually, I went to Hamburg on the weekend and visited the city for the first time, and it was really nice. And it was meant to thunderstorm, but it didn't. Well, it didn't when we were outside. So that was fun. I'm getting on the train back yesterday. So it's actually one of the most adventurous weekends I've had for a while. So yeah. I'm exhausted. But no, it was really good. Hi, Catherine. Hello. So I hope that you're ready to do some drawing. Let's just get straight on with it, shall we? I'm going to spin you around. Like so. Alrighty. So today, just get the focus. Focus. Hello, hello, hello. We'll see whether that works. I've got my little plant. It's a little bit darker here today, I think, but oh well. Okay, so what we're going to do first on our piece of landscape-shaped paper, I'm constantly doing this, trying to focus my camera. There we go, look at that. Is we're going to draw an S shape at the bottom. So just be free with this. It doesn't have to be like perfect. I actually quite like it when it's got like a bit of your own style to it. So I'm going to start it here and I'm going to bring the S around the edge, coming down and up and around like that. So it's a slightly longer bit going down and then a slightly shorter hump. So this is a small little mountain. This is a big wide hill like that. And then I'm just going to continue this, but I'm going to do a sharper corner coming in and around. So kind of like if I was drawing a snake, and this would be like the face, kind of like that. Just a little flick. Okay, then I'm going to draw a curved line that's coming curved and up, and it's going to come to about here. So it doesn't have to touch there. I want this to come in. So from about here, there, just going to draw a line that kind of curves and touches there. And then if I wanted to, I could continue this line kind of going like that, but doesn't really matter. You can see how you go. Okay. Next, I'm going to connect this point to this point here, but this can be a little bit taller than the point that you connect it to. So let's say about here, I'll go for from there to there. And again, this line doesn't have to be straight. In fact, I'm going to curve mine really subtly, kind of up and around. So it's got a really subtle line going up. My pen's being a little bit patchy there, but that's okay. I can go back and finish that later. Then I'm going to do a small little loop shape coming up here. So from about, we're working with about halfway from this point and a quarter of the way from that point. So if that makes sense, going to come around like that, just a little loop coming out. But we don't want it to come out further really than this line, than this point here. So no further than this line, like that. Okay, now on the now on the top, we're gonna draw 2 points that are about this distance and this distance from the edge. So actually in line with this, about here, and so then about here, let's say. My 2 points there. And then I'm just going to draw a domed top here. So you can either draw the first half of it, have a look, and then draw it like this, but I actually find it easier to draw going to the right for some reason. And there I have my domed top. Can anyone tell what it is yet? I'll never stop making myself laugh when I say that. Lame, I know. Okay, so this is well, it can be whatever you interpret it to be, but for me, it's a big floppy sun hat. I think I just got thinking about like holidays and stuff, because reading about like people going away and like people traveling now. And I thought, ooh, a nice sun hat is always the thing. And actually, maybe it was the poodle that we did last week with the sun hat. That inspired this too, subconsciously, I don't know. So now this is yours to take wherever you want. So one idea that I am going to use from my reference image that I looked up on Google Images, thank you very much, Google, is to draw just some lines kind of going in the flow of the direction of the floppy bit. And also you could do like a big bow here, or you could put some feathers, or you could put a flower, or you could just put a ribbon. You know, possibilities are endless. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think maybe I'll do like a little ribbon, like a small ribbon that comes out here, follows this around. And then out of the ribbon, I'm going to do like bits of flower that look maybe a bit like this little branch there, because that's quite cute, isn't it? So I'll just draw kind of like my base idea composition for that, and then I'm going to work on the rest of the hat before I go in and do my detail here. So I'm going to draw my lines that kind of come swoosh around and up. So they start quite thick here. They're not going to be full lines, they're just going to be dotted lines, and they kind of merge up. I think this helps to give the idea of kind of movement in the hat. Although I'm not sure my Monday brain is is helping me right now. Oh. That was my weekend alarm. Nope, what's going on? There you go. So normally on the weekend, or yesterday even, this is the time that I'd be dragging my ass out of bed. So we've already got a productive Monday because we're already here. I'm going to bring this around. But you don't have to do this kind of technique. You could be, you know, just doing patchwork or, you know, all sorts of different styles. I'm sure probably much more like funky and interesting than mine, but I'm just being kind to my Monday brain, allowing myself a bit of leeway. So the same here, just doing some lines that kind of suggest it domes around, just keeping it cash like that. And I almost want to mess it up a little bit because it is a little bit too neat for me. So I'm considering, oh yeah, this bit, sorry. So this is obviously the inside where your actual head goes. And of course you could draw someone underneath it if you wanted to, but I wanted to keep it simple. So I'm just going to darken that by doing like a little crosshatchy situation. Get that in there. Get that in there like that. And then I want to add a little bit more movement to this. Maybe I'm going to ruin it, but do you know what? I am willing to make that risk. I'm just going to add kind of some more kind of lines accentuating this swirl. This is a rogue decision. I haven't planned this, so don't follow me if you're not sure. If you like yours, I just think my shape could be a bit more, you know? Maybe just add a bit. It's a bit hard to get expressive with a pen rather than using a paintbrush there. Maybe I could have done that in paint actually. But I don't hate it. I think that looks okay. Right? Just adds a bit of something to the style of the drawing. Oh no, don't like this bit, but it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to come in and draw my little planty area bit. Just being really easy, basically just scribbling right now. Scribbling bits, because these plants, that's how I draw them, just like little scribbles. Because they're actually a handy little, maybe I'll have some of the branches coming out on the other side. They're a handy little plant to have, you know. Just add that kind of little touch of elegance. Yes. You know when you just draw a line and you're like, why? Let's try and cover that up. Okay. Anything else to add, people? Are we going to add anything else? I will paint this ribbon a different colour. So maybe I'll just leave that. Oh no, I need to add a bit of something. I'm going to just add some kind of depth at the sides. So this one. Just like that. And on this side too. Maybe giving the impression that it's like got a bit of a sheen to it. Maybe you could draw, if you have the will and the time, like someone throwing their hat in the air, so you could have like a hand. Maybe I'll draw that too. Give the illustration a bit of context, a bit of story. So this is just like a relaxed hand throw. You don't have to do this either, by the way, people. So let's just draw 1, 2, 3. This is a very complicated hand drawing. Ness, why do you do these things to yourself live on YouTube? Well, because why not? Okay, so that's my casual hand, got my ring there. And just coming off, and then the thumb. Also super cash. How's that? Does it look like a hand tossing a hat? Don't know if there's a crease there or not. Oh well. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So there we go. And now let's do some painting. Yeah. Yeah. Put these to the side a little bit. So I've got my 2 pots of water just off the side here. And I think I am going to go really usual with my colour and just go for like a real straw hat look. So is that raw sienna? Bit of raw sienna. And I'm going to just do it really casual, light, bit of yellow, cadmium yellow there. just because it's on the palette there. We want it to be maybe like sun deckled, so leaving lots of patches of white. The underneath can be a bit more of a darker brown. Just using the colours that are already there dried on my palette. This bit will be darker again, but I'll do that later. I'm liking this loose expressive style that I've added, given myself by adding in those extra lines. Also helpful if you mess up the first bit and you don't, and you're doing it in pen, you know. Although I think the first bit was okay. Add a bit of depth on the top as well, just a little bit of another colour to bring a little suggestion that it's not tea. But I want to leave a fair amount of white bit up here to suggest the sun's kind of coming at it from that direction. And of course, around the flowers. No, not worrying too much, guys. We're not worrying too much. It's Monday. I'm so impressed that we're all here. And I mean, yeah, okay, maybe a few minutes late. I'm sorry. My internet, I would like to blame my internet. My internet was a bit rubbish, but also it's Monday. And it's that screenshot, you guys, the thumbnail for the picture. I can just never get it right. I always look so awkward and weird. So if any of you honestly have advice for the thumbnails, I was thinking maybe I would make like little signs, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday signs, so that I can just hold up a sign and then that's the focus. But if you have any modeling advice for me for an art class, then I am all ears. I know that YouTube appreciates face on its thumbnails. Otherwise, I just have nice little drawings, but apparently you've got to have your face in it. So if you want to spread the arty love, so yeah. Any advice? I'd appreciate it. Okay, and I'm going to do the background because I've got this lovely yellowy situation going on. Guess what? I'm going for blue in the background because it's a nice complement, and also it's very like outside. You know, the sky is blue. Actually, I don't mind if the yellow pierces the blue at all. So maybe I will go right up to the point. I don't have any sap green on my palette right now, so I'm just going to use a touch of Viridian green going on there. And again, a lot of water, but it is watercolor paper, so it can handle it. So that using watercolor paper, I wouldn't recommend putting loads of water on because you might end up with bobbly paper as the paper kind of disintegrates beneath you, which is very upsetting if you've done a lovely painting that you like. You can still probably get away with a little wash though, depending on what paper you're using and how much water. So don't be disheartened. And anyone that's new here and wants any advice on materials, etc., feel free to get in touch. Oh yeah, I forgot about this hand. Be a little bit careful around my hand. So I don't end up with a blue avatar hand. Like that. Get it right to the edge. And then the flowers, always want to do a pinky colour, don't I? So why not? Let's do it. Maybe make it a little bit What is that word? What is that colour? It is a coral colour. Just cheeky little touches in there. Risky with the wet blue, but not that risky really, is it? And I'm just leave part of that a bit white so it has a bit of a glimmer to it as well. Very subtle feminine hat there. And slightly darker. And there. Let me know if you added a hand and whether or not it was successful. That was just a little bit of live observational drawing. Sometimes it goes right, sometimes it doesn't. I think this one's okay. Giving it a different skin tone to mine because I think that it will complement the colours of the painting. Darker skin tone there. I'll probably come back and add in another layer as that dries because it looks a bit flat at the moment, so I will do that once it is a little bit more dry. And a bit of colour onto the nails. Yeah, and then we're going to go in and just add an even darker bit to the underneath side. So I've got a little bit of black and a little bit of brown there. Just going to darken that bit there and can maybe add a few darker bits just to make it stand out, make it a bit bold. Up there as well. I don't know, this is where it's like nice to just have a bit of play on your own image and kind of experiment with what kind of works and what doesn't. And that's how painting works, I think. You have your starting point and then you kind of see where it goes. But I'm going to leave it there for today, I think. I think that was a mild success. Yeah, I'm happy with that. As a Monday morning, toss your hat in the air, let's get the week sorted. Like, we've got this, right? Am I right? Hello. I hope that you enjoyed today, and I hope that you feel ready now for your week, because it's really important, isn't it, to start your week off on a good foot. So I'm proud of us for doing ourselves first thing on a Monday. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know, and as always, send pictures of your work my way because I love to see it. You can do that on Instagram on my NessDoes. And I will see you here for tomorrow morning, where I have another really good drawing up my sleeve, trust me. So let's hit the end stream button. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.